The Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden launched a lawsuit against an animal psychologist who they claim is refusing to return a loaned gorilla on Thursday. The same Ohio Zoo, where Haram the gorilla was killed May 2016 to save a 3-year-old that climbed inside the enclosure, handed over Ndume 27 years ago to Francine Penny Patterson and the Gorilla Foundation in California. There was an alleged agreement the animal would be a companion to Coco the gorilla. However, Coco, well known for being able to use sign language and appearing on television with Robin Williams and Mr. Rogers, passed away June 19 aged 46, and the zoo states Patterson was supposed to give Ndume back upon Coco's death. The 16-page filing states Patterson's foundation never had any ownership right in Ndume, who is now 37 years old. The document adds that the duo was supposed to procreate, but never did, as had been living in separate enclosures since 2013, if not longer. Cincinnati Zoo's lawsuit claims the animals could hear each other and see each other, and that it's an undisputable fact the male gorilla is now living in isolation from his species. Ndume now lives alone for the first time in his life. TGF has breached the loan agreement and is keeping Ndume in violation of the law and to the detriment of Ndume's health, Cincinnati Zoo Director Thane Maynard said. Share this article. Share. The zoo notes that, when they took initiative to start a process for a transfer Ndume in August, they were unsuccessful and pointed out claims in a responding letter from Patterson's foundation that the gorilla reacted by crying, screaming, and banging and shoving objects for 14 hours after hearing about the move. Plaintiff, the Zoological Society of Cincinnati, alleged a psychologist would not allow workers from the zoo of her sanctuary in the Santa Cruz Mountains when they came to prepare for the transfer in September. Patterson's Gorilla Foundation sent a letter objecting despite scientists, veterinarians and other experts from the Global Species Survival Plan recommending Ndume be transferred back to the zoo in August. The Association of Zoos and Aquariums president and CEO Dan Ash also said, making sure that Ndume is in the best possible social and welfare situation should be everyone's top priority. Based on our 27-year history as caregivers and guardians for Ndume, we believe there is a significant probability that proceeding down the path proposed by the Oz may kill Ndume, either during transfer or within weeks or months thereafter, the Gorilla Foundation responded, adding that his age was a concern due to the longest-living free gorilla only surviving up until 38 years. Ndume is no longer young and strong, the letter said. Transporting him in the face of serious life and safety risks cannot be justified logically, humanely, legally, or otherwise. With the September 18 letter referring to Ndume's unique temperament and the lack of precedent for transferring a gorilla to a zoo from a sanctuary environment, in their filing the zoo reassured there is no scientific basis for the Gorilla Foundation's claim that Ndume is at any increased risk. To be near and or with other gorillas is a foundational, natural history proven and unarguably basic need for all gorillas, the zoo states. Your letter suggests that Ndume's age is a factor in considering a move, but he has long-lived relations, including his father Ramses, who is currently still alive at age 47, 10 years older than Ndume, his aunt Samantha, who is 48, and his aunt Gigi, who is 46. Ndume's mother Rosie lived to be 45. We have 10 gorillas, including relatives of his, who can provide socialization opportunities, qualified vets, dedicated, highly experienced gorilla caregivers, and an excellent OZA-accredited facility that we recently renovated and expanded. Pettis supported the zoo's advice that Ndume needed to be surrounded by her species as soon as possible. Gorillas' lives revolve around their families, yet the Gorilla Foundation is keeping Ndume in solitary confinement. He deserves to have the opportunity to thrive and socialize with other gorillas, PETA Vice President of Captive Animal Law Enforcement Delciana Winder said. The Gorilla Foundation claims to have suggested measures that would mitigate some of the risks, but state they were not acknowledged. Patterson also labeled Ozza insincere for not helping the foundation provide a good environment for Ndume. Ozza has refused or blocked every attempt we have made to create a natural gorilla family group for him. We are not an Ozza institution, and we are fully aware of the steps taken to prevent TGF from obtaining any new gorillas, she said according to Cincinnati. We have no choice but to take legal action, Zoo Director Maynard added.